Welcome back to the channel. My name is Tronage, and today we're going to be talking about FPV Crate for May 2021. And I gotta say, the box has a little bit of heft to it, so if you want to see what's inside this box, then you're gonna have to stick around. May 2021 FPV Crate box in the house. And I mean, it feels like just moments ago that we were talking about the April box. Oh, that's right, because it was. But that's okay. We will move forward and we will talk about the May box. And I have to say, though, it does feel a little heavier than normal. There, you know, not that that means anything. I mean, shortly we will find out what is inside. But it does feel a little heavy, and it does feel to be concentrated sort of on this side, maybe. Like this side's not so heavy, this side's very heavy. It just feels like, I'm gonna make a little bit of prediction. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. All right, fine, I'll say it. There might be motors in here. Or something heavy, but it's usually motors when it feels this heavy. Could be, I could be completely wrong. We're gonna find out soon. So don't worry. Don't worry, we're gonna get into it. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna bring you up in close, unbox this together live and in person, give you my genuine reactions to what I see. Then we're gonna do a cost analysis to see what's in the box, what it's worth, how does that compare, all that fun stuff. Then give you my thoughts on these different items and just, you know, what's going on in general. But before we do any of that, slam that subscribe button. While you're at it, hit that bell icon. Makes finding my videos a whole heck of a lot easier. It helps support this channel and it keeps you in the know when I post videos such as this one. So definitely please hit that subscribe button. We've just crossed our 3K subscriber mark, which is so awesome. So I thank each and every one of you guys who have subscribed in the past. If you haven't yet, come on, just hit it. It'd be pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? All right, come on in. Let's get started. Shoopy! I don't know. All right, so we got the FPV Crate. It is confirmed this is their new style. They're not putting in the poly bag anymore because, again, the shipping label was directly on the box without the poly bag on the outside. So let's open this up. We give it the flipperoo. We cut the oh so buttery sticker. So thankful those are there. It's just, it feels so wonderful doing that. We go back around. We get it all squared away. We open up that flap. I know it says send it, but we're gonna open it right now. So right off the bat, we got a little coupon code here for Get FPV. We'll move that out to the side. And we got like a book or something. It's an instruction booklet for the FPV flight dynamics. That is pretty slick. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna have to give this a little read through because this looks really well produced. Ah, that might be why. We see a little JB action. So we'll have to get into it now, but that is freaking cool. I'm gonna have to read this through, but I mean, there's some good stuff in here. I mean, it's well produced, it's well laid out. I'm digging this. That's kind of cool. All right, now we got some props here. Interesting, we got 4 bags of props. Normally we only get 3 bags of props. We got the Gemfan Hurricanes. They're the 51-477s. Here is your tag, if you so choose. And like I was saying before with the April box, it's nice having the sticker so you can just see what's going on in this bag without having to open it up and look inside and all that fun stuff. Freaking awesome purple color. I love this purple color. So that is pretty sweet. So we got 4 packs of props, which is unusual. Usually it's a 3-packer, so we got a 4-packer. We got, it looks like to be a tweezer. Yeah, so what's cool about this, this is like a reverse tweezer. And what I like about these, and I don't actually even have one of these, and it does say Lumineer on it. But yeah, Lumineer's not making tweezers. That's just, it's a generic tweezer that they just put the Lumineer logo on. Don't fool yourself. What's nice about these is I don't actually own one of these, and I wanted to get some. Normally with a tweezer, you pinch to hold, and when you let go, that releases. But sometimes you want to like maneuver something without, like, you want to let it go and put, you know, here's an example. Here's a little cap, right? I can grab this, and now I can let go, and it's still being held. I don't have to actually hold it. So what's nice about this is if you're doing like a wire soldering, you can pinch the wire that you want to do the soldering to, and you can like lay it down, and now see how like it's not moving because it's like being held properly. And now I can do my because when you're soldering, you almost need like 3 hands. You need one for the solder, one for the iron, and one to hold the thing that you're soldering. So this kind of helps you out because now you can do your soldering, one feeding solder, one using the iron, and now your wire is being held in place, unlike a normal tweezer, which you'd actually have to hold. So these are definitely a cool thing to have, and I'm happy to have gotten them. Okay. And then we have a t-shirt. Oh, that's why it wasn't motors, it's a frame. So let's take a look at the frame before we jump into this t-shirt. So we got the qav-s. We have gotten the qav-r, the qav-r. So now this is the S. It's the Joshua Bardwell edition. That is freaking insane. Here, let's take a look at the back here. Very nice. I'm very excited to check this frame out because I mean, not to be like a fanboy of JB, but he knows what's up. So, you know, if his name's on something, it's definitely going to be good. At least that's how I feel. So that is really freaking cool. So that's what was adding some weight to that side of the box, was just this nice frame. Now we'll dig into the shirt. Love the purple. Love that purple. Again, Gildan brand. Love it. And check this out. That is freaking cool. Little JB logo. Freaking awesome, awesome stuff here. Let's see, did I pull it this way? There you go. The freaking quality on this looks awesome. The print is great. The color is just so rich. I don't even know if this is going to come through on the camera there, but the color is just really a deep, rich purple. Love the shirt. Love, love, love the shirt. All right. So to recap, we got the shirt. We got the qav-s frame. We got the tweezers, and we got the unusual number of 4 Gemfan Hurricane props. And we also got this, the FPV Flight Dynamics book. No sticker sheet, I'm noticing, and no cheat sheet. That's interesting. I'm intrigued by that, actually. I just realized no sticker sheet. Maybe this is taking the place of the sticker sheet, and no cheat sheet. Just the one little coupon code that was in there. Very interesting. All right, let's run some numbers and see what this comes out looking like. All right, guys, once again, ran the numbers, and we have a really, really, really good box here. So let's take a look at those numbers. So first up, we have these 4 packs of the Gemfan Hurricane props. Love the color. They are the JB edition, which is awesome. And I don't know, Gemfan Hurricanes are just a really quality prop. I love the prop. You know, normally I'm doing the HQs or the Dow Cyclones, but I definitely do use Hurricanes as well. Sort of like, those are the kind of like my top 3, if you will. And Gemfan's a little bit more affordable, you know, so definitely happy to receive those. No complaints there. Next up, we have, where'd they go? Where's the reverse tweezers? All right, so next up, we have the reverse tweezers. And like I said, I don't have any of these, so I'm glad I finally got a set of them. I mean, clearly this is like a Joshua Bardwell themed box, and you do usually see him using these in his videos and his builds and stuff. And they're very handy. They're very good when you need like that extra set of hands, because you're not always holding the thing. When you let go is when it's holding. So it lets you kind of pinch onto something and then manipulate it without having to worry about actually putting the pressure on to hold it. So those are very valuable for anyone doing any kind of build, and I'm super happy to have got that. Next up, we have the Joshua Bardwell version of the qav-s. This is an incredible frame. Definitely excited to, work this into a build, because this thing looks so sweet. And the fact that, like, even if you go from the qav-s to the Joshua Bardwell version of the qav-s and the changes that he's made, definitely some improvements. Definitely, things that I am very intrigued with, and I really can't wait to just dig into this thing, because this is some good stuff right here. And this is some high quality stuff too. So you don't want to miss out on that. And the fact that that was in this box, I mean, this alone is freaking insane. But then also getting everything else, pretty darn cool. There's freaking insane value here. Next up, we have the Joshua Bardwell t-shirt. This thing is awesome. I love the color, love the graphics, I love everything about it. I got zero complaints about this t-shirt whatsoever. The one thing, if you notice, I did not put on there was this FPV Flight Dynamics booklet. And the reason is because, well, first of all, I can't find a price for it anywhere, because I don't think this booklet is actually what's being sold. This is sort of like a freebie sample, because the gist of it is to get you to buy what's on this last page here, get you to buy the real whole book. That's a much bigger book. And by the way, this isn't done by Joshua Bardwell. This last picture that, when I first was looking at, I thought it was done by him, just looking over it quickly, but it's actually, he's quoting that it's a quote from him, talking about the actual book. It's actually done by Christian M. Malika. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, or at least somewhat close. So I didn't give it any kind of value, so I'm just going to call it a freebie, because, obviously if you like what you read in this book, then you're going to go buy this other book for $40. I definitely think there's some great information in here. I mean, just flipping through it quickly, it definitely lets you know what's up and what's going on. Now, here's the one catch, though, and the thing is, how many people learn FPV from reading a book? I feel like this is good material for it's written sort of as if for someone just getting into the hobby, but I feel like at the same time, if I was just getting into the hobby, I'd be very confused by this, because you kind of get overwhelmed by all these different things getting talked about when I already know about them, so it's not as confusing to me. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's more like oh, I didn't realize that, or that's kind of an interesting thing. So it's sort of like a supplement to what I already know as far as, already being a pilot. I wouldn't say it's necessarily like a beginner's guide, even though that's sort of how it's written out to be. But it's definitely some good information. It's just, I'm just curious in this day and age how many people will sit down and read a book. I feel like a lot of people more either just strap on some goggles and go for it and just try, or they'll watch YouTube videos and to get an idea of what to do and how they fly, and maybe look up instructional videos, maybe look up one of my videos about how to fly or set up something. I don't know that people are necessarily going to go and buy a book to learn how to fly. So I feel like it's, even though that's sort of where it's aimed at, I feel like it's more geared towards someone like myself who knows what's going on, but wants to know maybe the more intricacies of things. And maybe in my repertoire of knowledge, there's a few little gaps that maybe I didn't know or I didn't learn. And then going through this book will be like, oh yeah, know that, and oh, that one I don't know. So it's definitely cool though. And after I give this a full read through, I'll evaluate whether I want to actually buy this book to read. But I mean, if the style of the full book is just like this pamphlet, then it's pretty highly likely, because it definitely looks like it's an easy read. It's not like it's going to be, you know, bogged down. It's like entertaining because it's almost like when you're watching a video, there's a lot of graphics, there's a lot of pictures, there's a lot of color, there's, you know, not like walls of text and that's it. So it definitely keeps your interest of what's going on. So, you know, more about that later. If I pick up the book, you know, maybe I'll read it and review it. But as far as the booklet goes, this is more, I think, just like the free sample to get you hooked. And then if you like what you see here, then you go buy the real deal. So that's why this has no value. As well, I couldn't find a value because you can't go and buy the booklet. You can only go and get the actual book. So another advantage to being a subscriber of the FPV Crate, not only do you get something that's completely on back order right now, because I can't find this available in stock anywhere, and meanwhile, I have it in my hand today, but also you get things like this, like, you know, that you just can't get, and you get to check out stuff and everything before, you know, you buy something. You get a little free sample of it. If you haven't yet subscribed to the FPV Crate, so far these last couple of boxes have been really killer. I highly recommend you maybe go and check them out. And if you do subscribe to the FPV Crate, please go down in the description. There is an affiliate link. It doesn't cost you anything extra to subscribe to the FPV Crate, but it does help support this channel. So please go and use that. So with that being said, let's talk now about FPV Crate in general, how things are going. So this is where I would normally compare to other boxes, but since there are no other boxes right now, we're just going to compare FPV Crate to itself. And let's take a look at that now. So if you're new around here, just super quick, the top line, that's what I call the honeymoon period. That was before COVID. That was when FPV Crate first launched and gave us some amazing value. However, it sort of isn't representative of what's going on now. It doesn't really represent truly how 2020 was. It doesn't really represent how 2021 was. So that I'm just kind of, it's there if you want to do your own calculations, by all means. However, I'm not going to be including it in my, you know, major calculations. Next line there is what happened in 2020. Then below that, we have what's going on in 2021 from January until now. This is now the May box. So we have five boxes for the year of 2021. And that's where we are at this point. And you can see that our averages saved, our percentage saved is definitely climbing. In the beginning of the year, it was a little bit shaky, but especially with these last two boxes, man, these have been killer. If this trend continues, we'll go down a little bit further there, and you see I have my projections. And this is based on what we've received for 2021. And if we take what we've received and extrapolate that, a fancy word just meaning, you know, we continue that trend, this is what we can expect by the end of the year. And you can see we're already on track. If what we've got continues, and this is a representation of what we can expect for the rest of the year, we're already exceeding the value that we got in 2020, which is really good news. You can also see that our percent saved is projected to be, it's climbing, and it's starting to head towards that 30%, which is really crazy since my baseline is usually $20 or 25%. So they're definitely hitting into those, like, this is some really good stuff going on here. So that's what really makes me excited, because these last couple boxes that we've reviewed, everything is getting better and more. Now, obviously, I would be very surprised if the June box was even more than this one, but I would be very happy if it just stayed the same like this, or even if it was the value that we got in the April box. As long as it's in that kind of a realm, each box doesn't have to get more and more and more, but keeping on this par, that is some really amazing value. So I would say, you know, right now, FPV subscription, man, it is where to be, because this is some good I mean, especially this. You can't go buy this. Try to go buy this right now. It is back ordered. And I got it in my hand, you know, today. You know, that's freaking crazy insaneness right there. And then this thing too, this free trial thing. Now, I always say, you know, well, what would people, you know, mixed reactions could be, you know, playing that devil's advocate. Well, maybe you don't like the color purple. Maybe you don't like Joshua Bardwell, so you're not going to be keen on this shirt. Okay, cool. Maybe you don't like reading, so you might not like this booklet, but I didn't put a value on this booklet, so who cares anyway? I mean, I don't see how you could not like Gemfan props. But maybe, again, since you don't like purple, you'd be like, oh, they're purple. I don't want to be purple. You know, whatever. Maybe, okay. Tweezer. Maybe you don't do your builds. Maybe you buy ready to flies, so you don't need a tweezer. And since you buy ready to flies, you don't need a frame. But then you ask yourself, well, if you buy ready to flies, then why are you buying things that come with parts? Because you get what I'm saying? The point is that this is really quality stuff. Quality stuff. I mean, Joshua Bardwell shirt, Joshua Bardwell frame, Joshua Bardwell props, and a tweezer. It's not necessarily Joshua Bardwell tweezer, but you see him use them all the time. So clearly a Joshua Bardwell themed box. And as well, I even thought this was a Joshua Bardwell thing because, I mean, he is the freaking guru of FPV, and this had like that kind of a feel to it, but it's not. It's written, like I said, by Christian M. Malika, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. But it is, in the last page, endorsed by Joshua Bardwell, saying, this is just a cool book to like just flip through and read when you're, I don't know, when you're in the bathroom. Joshua Bardwell. So I don't know if he's actually saying it's a good book or he's saying it's good to like read when you're taking a poop. But either way, he didn't say it stinks, so that's a good thing. So overall, super happy with the content. Super happy. I mean, especially getting 4 packs of props. Like, that's awesome. Like, normally it's 3 packs, and I feel like 3 packs is like a good, you know, by the time you get to that 3rd pack, you're like, okay, I kind of get a feel I like these props or not. 4 packs is sort of like, you can just kind of enjoy them. You don't even have to be like, you know, let me take it a little bit easy. I don't want to like go through these too quick. 4 packs of props is like, bam. So, I don't know what else to say. This stuff's really awesome. Colors are awesome. Content is awesome. Go subscribe to FPV Crate, man, because they are putting out some killer value that I'm quite frankly blown away with. I was very worried. I thought that they were sort of gonna not care anymore now that there's really no competition, and they're proving me very wrong by providing some spectacular quality here. It's really what it's all about, man. So go subscribe, and if you do subscribe to the FPV Crate, please use that affiliate link down in the description below. As always, my name's Tronage. Fly strong.